The topic I chose to do my presentation on was the Scopes trial. The trial was between John Scopes and the state of Tennessee. The issue was evolution, specifically whether or not it should be taught in public schools. The reason for this trial was the Butler Act. It was an act passed in Tennessee that prohibited any state-funded school to teach evolution. The ACLU, or the American Civil Liberties Union, felt that evolution should be taught in schools. This is where John Scopes comes in. The ACLU sent out an advertisement looking for teachers that were willing to be prosecuted to contest this law. John Scopes answered the call and thus became one of the leading faces of modernism. In reality, this entire trial was just one face of the fight between fundamentalists and modernists. Fundamentalists were all for a traditional way of living. This included adhering to strict Christian beliefs, and teaching evolution in public schools was definitely not part of these beliefs. Modernists, on the other hand, wanted nothing of the sort. In general, modernists were disillusioned with the world that they lived in. They felt that it wasn't where it needed to be, and they wanted to change it. There was also a rise of intellectualism, which led to this debate about evolution being taught in schools. Although this trial on the surface was merely about whether evolution should be taught in public schools or not, it was really more of a chance for the modernists to criticize the fundamentalist way of viewing things, and vice versa. This trial was more of a play act than anything, and it was very, very highly publicized. Although John Scopes was found guilty under the Butler Act, he was only fined $100, which really isn't a serious punishment. Although the fundamentalists won in court, the modernists were really the true victors because they accomplished what they wanted. With the onset of the modernist movement, more and more people were accepting the idea of evolution and were realizing that the fundamentalist way of thinking was kind of outdated. After the trial, the support for the fundamentalist view of thinking really, really declined. Instead of staying the majority of the Christian belief system, fundamentalism steadily declined in popularity among Christians and became a minority. So really, the big picture of all of this is the shift in thinking during the 20s. Americans were breaking away from the traditional things that they had been used to and learning to love to embrace a daring and new lifestyle. The Scopes trial was just one of many things that helped America realize who it really was. Thank you.